Hello, everyone, and welcome to the unboxing and review of the Dragon Tarot. This was gifted to me by a beautiful friend of mine. Thank you so much. I just thought it was really cool. Dragon Tarot, created and illustrated by Peter Perkaunik, under the direction of Terry Donaldson. Interesting. So it comes in this tuck box by US Game Systems. So we're pretty familiar with that, I think. If you're not, US Game Systems has a huge collection of tarot and oracle decks. They're one of the most famous ones out there. Famous printers and publishers. So let's get into the cards. The Dragon Tarot does come with a small, your little classic white book. It explains here, it just gives you the name, the title, and then, like what it says, a young dragon looks into a pool of water. So it explains the image a little bit. Then we have divinatory meaning and reverse meanings. So I think that's really cool, actually. If you are just new to reversals, if you're experimenting with reversals, sometimes we don't always start with reversals. I didn't start reading reversals until maybe a few months ago. I didn't quite dare read with reversals. So yeah, you have a bit of an introduction. And then it just goes right into what the cards mean, and then about the artist. Now it does have the Celtic cross in the back. It's pretty much that, honestly. You have the suit of wands, suit of cups, you have your other suits, but in the back you have reading the cards and the Celtic cross and explaining what the positions are, and then about the artist and author. And that's your little white book. Nothing too impressive, but definitely if this is your very first tarot deck or anything like that, it's a good one. Now, here are the backs. You have these really cool dragons. The backs are reversible, which I appreciate, especially for those of us that do read reversals. But honestly, for me personally, if a deck doesn't have reversible backs, it's not the end of the world for me. Now, this deck is a little bit smaller. This is your classic Rider-Waite-Smith. Oh, we got the Devil card. I didn't mean to pull that one. So the width is the same, but it's a little bit shorter. All right? Which is actually nice because it makes it pocket size. Now, there are 78 cards here, of course, the tarot. I will be showing you all of them. I put them back in order. I will show you all of them. If you don't want to see all of them, you can skip ahead. You can skip this part altogether. It's up to you. So as a lot of them, we have a title card with the regular back, but we have a title card, Dragon Tarot, creator and designer, artist. Then you have a little bit of what the Dragon Tarot is. Enter the magical and mysterious world of the dragon as you are led through a realm of different dimensions on a fantastic journey. How cool is that? All right. I personally like dragon energy. A lot of us kind of vibe with fairies, unicorns, Pegasus, these mythical creatures. I definitely vibe with some dragon energy. Okay. So we got the Fool first. And then you have these keywords down here, which symbols down here that can help you. The Magician is Mercury, so Mercury on both sides. The High Priestess, the Moon. I do love this rainbow, like she's kind of making this rainbow potion and holding a scroll. Sorry guys, I kind of flew over the Magician here. The Empress with the little baby dragon. How cute. Cracked egg. Her third eye almost seems to have a gem on it, which is so interesting. Ooh, excuse me. The Emperor, Aries. So as you've noticed, all the characters in this deck are dragons. You got your Hierophant, the Lovers, each holding a heart. How cute is that? Now, sometimes, I don't know what it is. Maybe because this deck is older. So the art is maybe a little bit older. Or the color choices or something. But sometimes I find it hard to see. This one is actually pretty high contrast, I find. But sometimes Like this one, for example, it's like the dragon is gray, then you have this rock that is also gray. I have to get a little bit closer to see, oh, okay, that's the definition. Maybe you have great eyes and you can see it like, oh, dude, I see it all, it's fine. For me, I have a little bit of a harder time, maybe because it's all monochromatic. Like this dragon is purple, then we have a beautiful purple background. It's a beautiful deck. This is the Wheel of Fortune. It is a beautiful deck. My only complaint is that more often than not, the dragons match the background, and I wish there was more contrast. A hanging dragon. But I do like how there's symbols on here, like hidden symbols. You have death card, but then you also have the egg, but then you have the hourglass, right? Time is passing, but it's also about rebirth. So I love that. I find it to be really interesting. Temperance, kind of like these hands of God or something. The devil, the tower. The star, the moon, Pisces. And you have your symbols. You have the watchtowers. You have this lobster, right? Crawfish, whatever they call it. The sun, judgment, this ascension process. Two-headed, three-headed. See, that's what I mean. Like I thought it was two-headed dragon, but there's a third head in the center. The world, a dragon around the world. That's beautiful. Ace of Wands, the alchemist. He looks like an alchemist, doesn't he? Two of Wands. Three. The element of fire. Some salamanders too, which is part of the element of fire. The salamanders are the elementals. Then you have your page, your knight, shield up here, your queen, and your king of wands. Ace of cups, the two of cups. Two of cups is about love. I wish there was two dragons on it, but it's okay. We got two cups on there. We know what it is. Four of cups. Five. This is interesting. It's like the dragon became the Viking ship. Seven, confusion. Eight. That's really cool. Like a dragon, but also a seahorse. They do look like dragons. That was creative. And the Ten of Cups. Page of Cups, love that. Knight. He's even holding a, what is this called? A lance? I could be wrong on that. You have your queen and your king. Ace of Swords. Look at that beautiful rainbow. Two of Swords. Three, classic, right? The heart pierced. Four of Swords. Got your seven. It's a little bit pip-ish. A pip deck is when you get, like, for example, these we can see clearly, right? The Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, and Eight of Swords, even the Nine of Swords here. It's a pip card is just like playing cards, for example. Those are pip cards, meaning that you kind of just get the six symbols. If the Six of Swords, you get six swords. Seven of Swords, you have seven swords. You can also equate those to Marseille style tarot. So this one's got a little bit of that. I mean, we do have the dragon, we got the scene going on, but it just seems to be adding swords. The Suit of Wands is very much like that as well. It just seems to be adding like more wands, more swords to it. This is the page. Knight. I do like the bubbles. I do, for the suit of swords. For some reason, I like that. Queen of Swords and the King. It's still a very scenic deck. If this is your first deck, I don't know if I would recommend this one as your first deck, but it is a beginner deck. You know, it won't. You're gonna learn. But like the Three of Coins, for example, usually we talk about teamwork. We talk about work perfected. And this guy doesn't really seem to be working. We got the Three Pentacles up here. We got the Three Coins, but he's not kind of working. And usually we have an artist in the tarot. But listen, if you're totally vibing with this deck, don't listen to me. Because the most important thing when it comes to card reading is you have to vibe with the images. You have to love these images. These images have to be speaking to you. Six of Coins, for example, I love that he's holding a scales, because that totally makes sense to what the Six of Coins is. Giving and receiving equally. Charity. Seven of Coins. But like I was saying, the most important thing is you have, like, these images have to speak to you. You have to look at it and go, oh, I'm getting a lot out of this deck. Yes. Ten of Coins. I do like this image too. Then we have the Page of Coins. The Labyrinth down here. Knight. Your Queen. And finally, your King of Coins. These are the backs as well. The cardstock is pretty good. It's flexible. It's a flexible cardstock, but you can tell it's pretty sturdy and it's going to last you a long time, even if you are an aggressive, like, you know, riffle shuffler like that. It will hold its shape for a long time. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this unboxing and review of the Dragon Tarot. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful day out there.